What's up guys, this is another video from the Liquid Illusion team, and today we're going to be talking about how you can improve in your Call of Duty and how to not suck at the game. So we're going to go through various tips, and let's just jump right into it. So tip number one is probably the most important tip. Now I'm going to have to remind you guys that I'm not good. So before you guys start saying, oh yo, who's this guy coming on telling me what to do, is that I'm not. I just went through a transformation in which I was really bad at Call of Duty. Now I'm talking real bad, like below 0.5 KD. Now I'm going up to the 0.8 to the 0.9 category. So now I'm just telling you guys that it's possible to have that transformation. So now tip number one would be a very important one that you can do right now, which is pre-aiming. Now pre-aiming is basically when you have your cursor slightly above sight level and you're running around. So when you do engage in these gun battles that catch you off guard, so say for example you're running for a corridor and a enemy comes around you don't have to waste those crucial seconds aiming or maneuvering that cursor because it's already there, and these crucial seconds can save your life because you're already one step ahead of them and you basically can win the gun battle. So now tip number two is probably something very crucial, and it might be the cringiest one, but you gotta have the mindset that you can beat your opponent, and you gotta believe that you have what it takes and that you have all the skills in your disposal to win the gunfight, and that you can come victorious out of every single gunfight that you go against. So yeah, mindset is very crucial, as that you gotta kind of believe it to achieve it. You know how the saying goes. So yeah, you gotta apply that. You know how you apply that with exams or your life, tasks that you come across in your life. So you gotta apply the same to that in Call of Duty. Now I'll say this is probably one of the more important tips now for all the people, especially the ones that are new to first person shooters, especially the ones that come from games in which it doesn't require much roaming, which is please do not camp, especially if you're new. Camping is fine, I understand that, like, you know, you gotta be patient to hunt down the kill, but if you're new and you want to improve, and the aim is to improve those skills, your motor skills, in which you can easily coordinate the cursor to your opponent's body, camping won't help you in that, because camping allows you to get used to the adaptive situations you come across, which is like, say for example, running across in the hallway and someone jumps in, or just like what you just saw, someone jumping from the shadows, just like Batman. So you gotta get used to it. You gotta get those skills built up. You gotta forge them so that when you do come across these gun battles in the future, because you have not been camping, you're used to these situations and you're more likely to come victorious out of it. So now tip number three is choosing a weapon that is suitable for the situation you're going in. So now that's why I often like to have a couple of loadouts, you know, that vary. So say for example I'm in a map that's short distance, or there's a lot of boxed areas or boxed environments, or areas where there's a lot of corridors in them. I'll use a weapon, say for example the Fennec, or is that how you say it, or a SMG, such as an MP5, because those are fast firing and those are good for short range. And obviously choose attachments which are suitable for the environment you're in. I think I have to go into much explanation to this, and also, like, this is something that is subjective to everyone, so sometimes you feel like some weapons perform better to you than other weapons do, so this is legit up to you, and I don't think I need to explain this in much detail. Now tip number five is pretty important, which is pre-firing. So I don't know if you guys played Rainbow Six Siege or any other games where it does require a little bit more tactical play, but sometimes Call of Duty will have these kind of aspects into play, which is say for example you're in a boxed area like I was, and you see me looking down one particular view and there's someone hiding behind a box. Sometimes you might be able to move his head, so you have to like kind of predict when he'll come out. Sometimes pre-firing allows you to get those couple of shots into his head or into his body, so you can win the gun fight. We're whizzing through this now. So tip number seven is a arguable one, but I feel like it needs to be mentioned, which is make sure you always play with people who are better than you or similar skill level than you, so they can test you, and you can always do regular 1v1s or try to have some tactical play with them. And like you see me here, I'm playing with my friend, and we have this sort of competition, well, even though we don't mention it, where like I try beat his kill count, and I feel like he will secretly try to beat mine. So this friendly competition kind of like, like boosts our morale, or makes us want to try and play more competitive in the game. So now I feel like this is a very important tip, and now this is tip number 8 or 6 or 7. I'm not confused, but I have a whole book and I write them down. So this is a very, very, very important one. Just always put yourself under constant self-analysis. I cannot stress this enough. When you put yourself under constant self-analysis, you look at the kill cam of some death you're confused about, or you see how exposed you were in the kill cam, and you see what you could have done better to ensure that you could have got the kill, or you would have not died. So put yourself in as much self-analysis as you can, or do it constantly, so you can understand the situation why you lost. It's kind of like how athletes or people that perform in competitions, they review themselves and see videos of their performance. Sometimes like for our sake is gameplay, but for them it's how they performed in the football match or the golf game. So they look, and then they get given feedback on what they could have performed, and this is very important. So you kind of got to apply that into the game. So yeah, I feel like putting yourself in constant analysis and self-analysis and review, is very crucial if you want to improve in this game. Now tip number 9, I believe, well, we did a lot of them, so if you guys are still here, that's actually crazy. Please leave a like, subscribe, and support the channel, as it really motivates us to do more videos, and that makes me want to edit more and basically put my effort to it. So yeah, tip number 9 is a very important tip, and it links to the reason why you purchased or bought the game, which is to have fun. So don't let stats or KD or kill ratios such as win and loss dictate a lot the way you play the game. So say for example you want to get 5 kills in a single life, but you fail to achieve that multiple times, and you're severely behind, or you feel like you're severely behind. Don't get stressed out, because the moment you do get stressed out, you don't perform the same way. As I mentioned before, you do not perform the same way, and you'll notice it. And that's the same, it causes you to argue, it causes you to shout, and ultimately distract you from the main purpose of the game, which is to relieve stress and to have fun. And you're not getting any of that from the game, and you're seeing it more as a job or a chore than a way of relaxing. So that is a very crucial step. And to mark the end of the video, thank you for listening, and please leave a like or a comment below, and let me know if you want me to mention any more COD videos or any other videos precisely, and I'll be more than gladly to do them. Thank you. Peace out. Liquid Illusion.